What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dylan.
I'm Jalen.
What we got today?
Episode 3. Okay. Daredevil Born Again.
Yep. Oh, man. So far, it's seeming good.
It's pretty solid, okay?
Let's see if they can keep it going.
Yeah.
My prediction, before we start this episode, that we're going to see Frank. That's my prediction.
You think that we're going to see it in this episode?
I think so. I mean, like, remember last episode,
You right.
what happened with Matt, and he beat them people up.
You right.
Possibly kill somebody, if you think. So, like, especially if that last thing, if he actually kills somebody,
he gonna need to get rid of it.
then like we said before. I mean, what are his options? I don't think he really got no other options, to be honest.
Man, we ain't gonna see him to the end of the episode.
Whether they alive or not, like So I'm thinking maybe we gonna see Frank.
Okay.
It's a little early, I know, in the season, but still.
Okay.
I'm thinking we might get Frank.
All right, okay.
So without further ado, y'all make sure y'all thumbs up that video, subscribe if you like the content, hit the notification bell for all notifications. Oh, and full reactions will be up on Patreon as well. And yeah, let's get it going. Okay.
Whoa.
Ooh, previously on.
Thank you, New York. It's humbling to be speaking to you as mayor.
Hector Ayala, you know they're saying you killed a cop.
Look, I didn't push him, I swear.
I'd still like to rep
I swear.
Hector, he's not the man I married.
White Tiger.
White Tiger.
I wonder if we're gonna see more from his character, White Tiger.
I hope so.
I don't know too much about him.
Me either. Dang, Matt.
What a cliffhanger. He got out of that?
They gonna show?
He just walked off?
Let's give it some more time. Maybe they'll go in detail.
Luquillo is a beach near where I'm from in Puerto Rico. To me, it's the most beautiful place on earth.
You're gonna see that beach again, Hector. I promise. And you'll be reunited with your family.
Ooh. The way they shot that and said that makes it feel like he ain't gonna make it.
I don't feel like he is.
Which is kind of sad considering,
Yeah.
with the actor.
Dang. That's messed up, though.
I don't know none of them people.
None of them.
Just hope they do a good job.
Oh, yeah. They better.
That thing look like it's moving 2 miles an hour. It sounds like it's going 50.
But they cared.
Yo, what's up? Be cool. It's a gimme. No one plays cowboy.
Evening, gentlemen. Oh, nippy, isn't it?
A little bit.
Couldn't trouble you for the keys to this fine vehicle, could I? Thank you very much. And,
What accent is that? Scottish? Irish?
Scottish, one of them.
And, wallets while you're at it. You too, Susan.
You know whose truck this is?
Are you a hard man, are you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I would have.
Oh.
I was just about. Oh, they shot him too?
Oh, damn.
Ew.
Ooh.
I was just about to say they shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have did that.
You should have did that.
Good versus evil, evil versus...
Damn, I want some pizza now too.
Yeah. That was a big slice of pizza.
It's that New York slice.
Dang.
Sorry to bother you, sir. Last night there was a double homicide not half a mile from the port. Apparently a hijacking gone wrong.
That was his truck, I'm guessing.
Rats at the bottom of the barrel. Let them kill each other.
Dang. Dang.
None of it is our concern.
So he's really like kind of left it?
It sound like it. Trying to turn over a new leaf. No, never mind.
Hey man, how did you walk away from that?
Yeah, you just going, what?
And don't nobody know.
Ain't gonna let us know nothing.
I guess that throws my prediction out the water. He don't seem like he worried about it at all.
He needs that therapy.
You're a blind lawyer who can fight.
Oh.
Witness tampering is a serious offense. Now maybe you get lucky and the DA only slaps you with a misdemeanor. But I doubt it.
Okay, well.
Okay, yeah, that definitely throws my prediction out the water. So I guess he just walked away. I suppose that makes sense. He can blackmail him, I guess, because he was coming there to kill him.
Right.
Except up a safe house. I've got eyes.
Well, then that means both of them survived then.
I guess.
Hey, cherry cola.
What the?
Is it?
And this is just for me to get you on the stand without sweating and puking.
Relax. I got you.
Is this
For how long have you...
the one that ran away? Or is it somebody else?
Did you and Officer Shanahan see much action that night?
We didn't see any action until we got down to the platform on 168th.
What happened there?
He just came out of nowhere.
I could have sworn those places, like the train stations, had cameras.
If they do, they more than likely got the footage.
But no, I haven't seen anybody bring it up yet.
That's
like
true.
even ask about it.
That's true.
Kel Shanahan was my best friend. That's all over now.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody asked about that black eye either.
Yeah, right. Where'd you get that, officer?
I'm told you have a black eye. I hope everything is okay.
Oh, speaking of the devil, all pun intended.
Cure for a black eye is fast hands.
Ooh.
Come on, Mr. Murdoch.
You rubbing that salt in.
Nicky Torres is a confidential informant. Used to work with the NYPD. In fact, used to work with you and Officer Shanahan directly.
He was a stool pigeon?
I told you I don't know him.
His acting there was a little less good, you know.
Torres cannot testify.
So it is some type of game, like Punisher game. I mean, but it's not related to Frank.
Okay.
Fine if you stay out of sight. Come on, let's go.
Your tie ain't even straight, man.
You ain't gonna at least give him like a head or something?
They gave him a bump and said, let's go.
Shave his beard, make him look a little different?
Nah, I ain't even got time for all of that. I don't even know if this man took a shower.
Don't look like it. I would have tried to secure him a lot sooner than now.
Yeah.
Because, like, anything can or could have happened.
Right.
Because the way he was arguing, he was making it seem like he has them available to go on stand, like, now.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
Dang.
Okay.
That wasn't suspicious at all.
Ooh.
Mr. Murdoch, call your witness.
See what I mean? Like, he's not even ready for him to...
Oh, what?
Or an officer.
Open it.
Wait, they released him?
How they do that? He's supposed to be in court. Oh.
I thought they had to stay.
Right.
Whatever, they had, like, more questioning.
Right.
Would you state your name for the record?
My name's Nicky Torres. 18 months ago, I got pinched for dealing. I needed money.
So, we're looking at a prison sentence.
And you getting high off your own supply?
Oh, rookie mistake.
I'm assuming that's what he did. Because he hooked on it.
I told the cops I'd help him out sometimes.
Mr. Torres, is that what you're doing on the night of New Year's Eve? Were you passing along the information to Officers Shanahan and Powell? Remembering you're under oath?
No. I was home all night.
Hector Ayala intervened to save your life.
Objection.
With great risk, put himself in harm's way, didn't he?
Isn't that true? Counsel.
Oh.
I mean, again, this is something that would have been worked out if he had already had him. Like,
right.
Just bring him in now without even having talked to him beforehand. It was like not smart. Plus, like, I mean, he's coked out.
Right.
You know?
And then he looking at all them officers too that he know they dirty.
We put him on the stand. He tells his side of the story, the truth. And we hope the jury see him the way we do.
I don't know, Matt. This ain't looking good.
I need a lot more bourbon.
Damn.
So a whole bottle.
Yeah.
Mr. Ayala, how often would you say you're at the 168th Street subway station?
Oh, a few times a week.
You're heading into the station. What happens next? You decided to risk your own safety to help a stranger.
That's true.
You put yourself in harm's way before. Many times. The question is, Why?
He's about to out him as a vigilante?
Matt, don't do this.
Mr. Ayala, yes or no? Are you the vigilante known as the White Tiger?
Wait a minute, Matt.
Order in my court.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Both of you in my chambers.
Matt, I don't know.
What you doing, man?
What was that? What did you do that for?
Well, you are a real slippery piece of shit, you know
You
that?
sat in that very spot, and you misled me.
Unfairly biasing the jury.
Hector's alter ego is critical to this case. What he's done is...
I mean, but you just revealed who he is as a vigilante, though.
Hey, man, right. What the heck, Matt? Come on.
That arguably could put him in more danger than he already is.
Right.
You should know that as a vigilante yourself. Or
I didn't mean to disrespect the court, Your Honor.
Let me be clear.
did he need to do that?
Right.
I don't know. Not yet.
It's open season on my client. I get it.
Well, that's it.
Damn, Matt.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. That's kind of grimy, Matt.
It's supposed to be a respect. Like, you're a vigilante yourself, or at least you were at this point.
You should have asked me first.
You should have, yes.
It wasn't your secret to tell.
That's true.
Just trying to keep you out of prison, buddy.
Yeah, I don't like that, Matt. That might have been a bad decision.
Well, now I see why he gonna have some issues with you.
It wasn't your secret to tell.
Just trying to keep you out of prison, buddy. You know, Hector, if you are acquitted, your White Tiger days are over. You can't ever put that suit back on.
Of course not. I mean, you just outed him.
And for what it's worth, I think you might be surprised at how much you don't miss being him.
Oh.
It sounds like a little bit of a projection here, Matt.
Yeah, Matt, I don't know.
Something that you're trying to tell yourself, but you don't really believe.
If White Tiger hadn't been there, I don't know what would have happened.
This could help his case in that, but
it's still
vigilantes are still illegal, and they're becoming more illegal.
Right.
With Kingpin.
On the night of October 6th.
So I don't know how much this is really helping him in the long run.
And when you saw Officer Barlow was in trouble, you ran in when others would have run out. Why?
Just the right thing to do.
Why would he do this without the amulet? It gives him extraordinary strength and power.
So an amulet gives him abilities. I think I remember that actually.
And whether Hector Ayala is wearing a White Tiger suit or not, he's a hero.
I mean, that was a good argument. I just don't like how you came to this point.
Hector Ayala might have done some good things. Does that make him incapable of doing a bad thing?
That's also a good argument.
Real heroes don't need to hide.
I hate to say it, Matt, but that is a good argument.
Looking good, Matt.
That being a hero is not, or vigilante is not enough to win you a case. Especially if you're one that is more, how can I say, low level, I guess, street level. Not a lot of people know you.
Right.
More so just like the neighborhood kind of thing. Like if it was Tony Stark, okay, then I could see that being more believable, Matt's side of the argument, but everybody knows Tony. But him,
but even to that level though,
I don't know him enough to say that he can't or hasn't ever killed before or anything like that.
Right, but even to that level of Tony Stark, like stuff happens.
But also with Tony, like he doesn't have a secret identity, so that might be a little different, but
true.
On the count of murder in the second degree, the jury finds the defendant not guilty.
Okay.
Count of manslaughter in the first degree, the jury finds the defendant not guilty.
Okay, all right.
It's a little surprising. I thought he was gonna get him on. Damn, he looked. Man, you saw that snake ass face?
Right. But see, this opens up more problems though.
But it's not over yet. Though.
Yeah.
He won, but it's not done.
Cause now they know who he is. He gonna be in danger. From some people go. I don't know.
We're grateful that justice was served, everyone.
Like he's gonna need some security.
Oh yeah.
And I hate to say it, but that new place he got,
he gonna have to move.
He's gonna move.
And he just got it.
Preferably out of the city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though that still might not be enough, but it's safe.
Gotta love a man who cooks.
And dinner for one in public's a bit depressing. One thing's missing.
Some salt?
Yeah, you ain't put nothing in there.
Huh?
All school, we were so broke.
You need some salt.
Nice little reminder.
What is he gonna think if he finds out who she's, who her client is?
You're talking about your friend, Foggy Nelson, right?
Oh, it's where that therapy comes in.
May God hold them all in the hollow of his hand.
That's thoughtful.
What does Matt think about that, though? He hasn't really,
He ain't opened up, though.
he ain't opened back up to God, so. Damn, you dressing up already?
You just got... Come on now. Come on, Hector.
Vigilantes are a threat to any society.
How do you keep it so clean, first of all?
He polishing it every day.
There ain't not a speck of dirt. He just walking the street regular? Not even going to rooftops?
He ain't hiding it. Oh. See, this what I was talking about.
Damn, already?
Damn. Shit. Why did you take your ass out the house?
Oh, no. Come on, man.
No.
They keep teaching this Frank thing.
We was gonna see him at the end.
I don't think that was Frank, though.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think that was Frank.
Okay.
I think that's still
like one of the
cops. We know it's not really him.
Yeah.
Because Frank doesn't go after, people that are innocent. And he has no reason to believe that that guy is guilty. But after they've been teasing 2 or 3 times now, the cops with the Punisher logo tattoo.
Right.
I think it's pretty obvious, or at least to me, that it was one of the cops. But yeah, man. Oh. I mean, it's not surprising that happened. I mean,
no,
I was saying it the whole time. First of all, I didn't think that you would it looked like it was the same night.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how you hold on, man?
Like, why would you
got
suit
free.
up as a vigilante if not the same night, then the night after?
Right.
And then you're roaming the street like you're not even doing what Daredevil would do and take the rooftops or something. Like
you just walk down the street, walked out your door.
Like, you're just randomly running down a street somewhere. It's like, what did you think would happen?
I'm a hero now. I can be free.
And then the other thing too is like it said it gave him abilities. Now I'm not sure of all of what abilities he has. By it being a tiger, I would assume that it would be something like obviously you have your standard like enhanced like strength maybe and shit like that.
Right.
But I would assume that your senses are enhanced as well. Maybe
well,
not
his
like
senses wasn't enhanced for him to get shot.
That's what I was thinking. Like, well, I mean, I would. That's what I would expect, like his abilities to be, but clearly not. If like that happened, it's either that or he's just stupid. Which I don't really want to call him stupid after what I've been seeing and what I just saw. He just won a case, but
it was stupid of him to go out that night.
That was stupid. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, your identity, first of all, has been revealed. People know you are now the White Tiger. You already know it's some dirty cops.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So what makes you think that,
it's an addiction, though. Clearly. The way he was describing it, like, it's an addiction. And what you can say is the case for most, if not all, superheroes or vigilantes. You could say that. Most aren't doing it just, I feel like doing some superhero today. Most are doing it and like they're steady doing it. And they're always having like relationship issues and things like that, which is probably why him and his wife were, having issues.
Yeah.
But the problem is, you gotta be, if you don't do it, like I wasn't saying for him to stop being a vigilante,
but he gotta evolve. He has to do something a little bit different because, again, it's levels to everything. If your identity has been compromised, you have to be smarter.
It's publicly known.
You know?
Now, don't get me wrong. Plenty of characters in Marvel have their they don't have superhero identity, secret identities. I mean, so he could still exist in that world as a vigilante, but the difference is that again, you're like this low level, street level vigilante. Like,
right?
You don't have a lot of money.
Yeah,
you're struggling with that sort of thing. He don't even seem like he really had a car. He's taking a train.
Right.
He's patrolling the streets regular, like just running down streets and shit regularly.
Right.
You have a kid, I think they said, right? That he has like a daughter or something. He just should have played it smarter.
Yeah.
Like, he should have played it better.
Like, it's okay for you to take a break. I would have said to stay low, to get your stuff in order. Make sure your family is good. Make sure you safe. Yeah, you just moved into a studio apartment or whatever. You can work, you can move somewhere else. Maybe outskirts of the city. You know, work to, you know, that can, right, I don't know. Move somewhere.
Move upstate next to the Avengers compound.
You're not in the same.
I mean,
you're not in the same.
You know, it's not. It is upstate. That's where it is.
You might not be making enough money for that.
I mean, you don't need money to join the Avengers. I would think not.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Matter of fact, actually,
I don't know about all that.
Based off of the Falcon and Winter Soldier show,
no, they looking for people.
Sam didn't really have much money.
But they looking for some new Avengers too. You right.
And they looking for new Avengers. So like, he should have went for the Avengers. He would have had some Avengers protection,
right?
You know, like some real secure. You know,
but
if you want to go out and say people, then like at least do it with like, you know, some upgraded gear or something. Right. You know.
Get you a bulletproof helmet.
Some I don't know if he used weapons or not. Maybe use some weapons or something. You know.
I don't know, man. I just, like you say, you kind of see this coming because.
Damn, I was hoping we were gonna see Frank this episode. I guess it is early, but still.
I don't know.
They've been teasing him though a lot. If it's not this episode, then it's definitely next episode now. Because like after that just happened, somebody's gonna have like spotted like the Punisher logo on whatever.
They're gonna try and pin it on Frank and stuff. So
yeah, he's gonna have to show up.
He's gonna have
by
to
next episode.
Clear the whole police station out or something. I don't know.
I mean, with the way
he probably could.
Yeah, with the way them stank ass face cops was looking like, it looked like damn near half the
They
police
already
forces.
compromised, man. Yeah. You already know.
How many of y'all got that Punisher logo tatted on y'all?
Right.
How many of y'all?
And see, that's what I was thinking too at first.
Nobody thinks that's weird either, like that.
Well, obviously, if a lot of them are in this gang or whatever, then they probably know about
the dude, didn't he have it on his neck?
Yeah, he had a big ass.
So like that was very like obvious.
It was obvious.
Like, don't get me wrong, like in fields like that, whether it's a cop or like military or whatever it is, like people will get certain tattoos to mean certain specific things. But you get a tattoo of a very public figure who's not all the way in the good light.
Yeah.
Like Punisher is just one of them dudes that's like he's never really gonna be considered a hero.
Oh no.
Even though I ain't mad at what he's doing. But he's not one of them characters like, he's gonna always be on the other side of the law, even though he's doing questionably good things. Right? So to have it tattooed on your neck, another dude had was it on his wrist or his hand?
Yeah, it was on his wrist. That's why I said when we first.
That's a little bit less noticeable, but still, it's
when we first seen those two cops. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I kind of had that feeling that it was some kind of gang thing because I don't know. Like I
you weren't wrong. Like, but you thought it was like actually
not a
Punisher.
Gang. Like, right, but I thought maybe Punisher, was in charge or something. But now it's kind of like like he had something like that. But nah, it's just some corrupt
Now, you
cops.
were half right.
You know.
You were half right.
But I mean, because now that I think about it, now it don't really make no sense for Punisher to have like.
Yeah, because they don't roll that way.
Yeah, he's a solo dolo guy.
If he does work with somebody, it's gonna be like somebody he knows that can like hack into something, or
it's very short.
Some shit like that.
Yeah,
or somebody that could supply him weapons or something like
right.
that, like a guy, but not like an actual team slash minion, and then like have them all tattooed.
Well, you gotta be branded or
like,
tattooed.
Nah, he don't care about that. Again, this all goes back to Matt's decision to publicly out him.
Yeah.
Now, in hindsight, yes, that won him the case, but
it cost him his life.
Yeah, which again, I pointed out right away, but it was very distasteful in my opinion.
It was a little shit.
And to be honest, I think it was a little out of character. Now, it does make sense with the direction that this season is going, because Frank's not really. I mean, I said Frank. Matt's not really himself, so I understand it. But it was very distasteful in how he did. If he was gonna do it, he should have went and talked to him about it.
Yeah.
And went to him, told him like, "Hey, I think this is the best choice we have right now. It's the only way you can win this case. Our only other lead, he's compromised or whatever.
Right.
He doesn't want to, testify, with the truth or whatever. So this is the only option. It worked, but he should have told him, okay, well, with this being the case, you're going to have to lay low now. You're gonna have to. Well, he tried to tell him afterwards to not put it on again.
But that's not the same as laying low or being like, you're. If we coming out with your identity or we revealing your identity, you're gonna be high risk. So be more cautious. Be try and get your family in a safe area. Like that's different than just the mask ain't what you think it is. Like that's you projecting, Matt. You know,
really is.
Like that's your, and I feel like he thinks, oh, I'm doing you good by revealing it, but also, we have to pull our hand a little bit because we was losing the case kind of thing too. So it's like, nah, like if you really talk to him, like you said, honestly, that conversation would have been had. These are the next steps.
Now, I don't know if he would have followed it based off of how the dude was talking about it. I think he would have still did the same thing.
I mean,
however,
at least Matt would have told him beforehand if he would have went about actually telling him this is what we're gonna do.
But the other thing too is that like I was just kind of making a case for it, but we don't actually know if they needed to go that route to win the case. We don't actually know that. He could have just said what happened, and then I don't know, maybe they could have went back to old boy and seen if
the Nick Torres
see if he
will retestify kind of thing. Maybe.
I don't know, but like it just kind of, again, I hate to keep talking about it, but Matt really should have known that.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's on this kind of sort of tip where like, okay, since I decided to retire and hang up the cow and, do it the right way because I'm a lawyer and, then you should do it type of thing. And it's like, nah, I ain't with that. Just because you decide to do it and you think you can't be a vigilante anymore doesn't mean that they can't.
Right.
Like, that's like, and then again, you were a vigilante. Like, that's like you doing dirt and then snitching on somebody else for doing dirt. Now, maybe, okay, sure, you don't do it anymore, but like, again, you just did probably the worst thing you could have possibly ever done.
Yeah.
To a vigilante. Like, that's,
right.
That has a secret identity. Like, a secret identity is the most important thing.
Right.
And he has a family. What if they went and killed his family?
I was gonna say, this is just hypothetical, but I'm sure that there's other vigilantes who have lost someone close to them as well, who still choose to put their mask on and still go out there and do it. So And I know that it's a pivotal point, you know, it's very traumatizing, you know, and I'm sure that they've had their moments where I don't really want to do this, but then they've had moments where they realize they need to do it. It's just a part of who they are. Who's to say that White Tiger didn't have a moment like that? And that's why I feel like with Matt, like, we know you going through something, but like you say, it's not your choice to make for somebody else who does that and be like, well, you know, I don't, let me help redeem you kind of thing. You know,
won't miss
like,
it.
you won't miss it.
How
Like,
do you know if he's gonna miss it? That's why I was saying, like, that was where some of the projecting was coming into place, because, like, but it's not even something he believes. It's something that he's telling him, but he's really telling himself to make himself believe.
Right.
And he really is gonna need somebody to talk to.
Oh yeah.
If he don't want to go and step inside of a church, hey, it sounds like Frank is gonna have to have a little talk with you, you know, again, like that happened in season 2.
Oh yeah,
And Frank is gonna have to, like, but the difference is between Matt going to a priest and Matt going to Frank is that Frank is gonna tell you how it is.
Yeah, because Frank then lost a lot of people.
Frank don't care about your feelings.
He gonna tell it straight.
He
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it is. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it.
He don't care what you feeling. He don't care if you sad about Foggy. He don't care about that.
Forget all that sad stuff. Put that mask back on and release it.
Yeah, he watched his family get murdered.
All right, whole family.
Then got shot in the head. If you remember.
Yeah, I do.
That bullet in his head.
He got a permanent reminder.
But I'm gonna go ahead and grade this thing. I'm gonna give it it was definitely a slower episode.
Yeah.
But I was still enjoying, like, the plot. A little bit predictable in certain moments, because I knew it was what was gonna happen to him. And the cliffhanger wasn't as, like, surprising.
Yeah, because and
I don't believe for a second that was Frank. So I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. Had an average good time, or slightly above average good time, but certain moments were a little predictable, and there wasn't really any wow moments, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.
I think I'll give it a 3 too. It was definitely on the slower side of things.
But again, like, it was still enjoyable. You know, I was enjoying the plot. What I like about this, and I hate to compare it to this, but what I like about this and what I didn't like about She-Hulk, I'll bring her up, is that at the very least, I can enjoy them doing actual lawyer work.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell that whoever was writing the script for that knew nothing about and did no research on lawyer work at all. Jen wasn't even a good lawyer.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I would not want her representing.
Many things I hated about her. Like,
I would not want her representing me. That was, hey, you wasted your money if you got her as a lawyer.
Right?
I would feel your pain.
She wasn't a good vigilante or a superhero. She wasn't really that good of a person to me. I mean, maybe not. I shouldn't say good, but, like, she was annoying at times with certain things. But, like, even as a lawyer, you weren't even, like...
It was hard to just relate to her, to be honest. I just feel like her character development, like, was just... It wasn't developed.
Yeah, I was about to say, there wasn't no character development.
It just...
Huh?
It was... Nah.
I don't think they ever heard them words before.
They've never
Character
heard.
who?
I don't know.
Development what?
That's new to me.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
This is how you do it. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we think, y'all. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments down below. And hey, on to the next one.
Peace out.